I got something in the mail. It's got Chinese on it. And it says it's fragile. I think I know what it is. But we're going to check it out. And if it is what I think it is, we're going to talk about tubes. Welcome to Lancaster Hi-Fi. I'm Stephen Lancaster. I've got a box to open here. That's what I thought. The big one should be a rectifier tube. Yeah, this is 274B, which is, I guess, an alternative convention naming, whatever, for the 5U4. Nice packaging here. If I can get this. There we go. Oh, wow. Only 4 pins, because only 4 are needed, but often you find rectifier tubes with more than 4 pins. Oh. The mica really looks like mica. Get her down here. Neat. 274, so it's Horizon 274-AT. And I think all of the tubes in the Horizon line have this AT suffix. Don't actually know what AT stands for. But you know what? I won't need to in order to use it. You might think I ordered these, but no, I did not. I mean, I kind of did. But I was offered these tubes. And so you want to be upfront about that, I've heard it should be pronounced PSVANE, but this looks like PSVANE to me, but PSVANE reached out to me and wanted me to try out some of their tubes. Specifically, in this case, their Horizon line of tubes. And then, I said, yeah, okay. And they said, well, what do you need? What do I need? Or what do I want? I restrained myself so that I only got really what I could check out in currently working devices. So here's one 12AX7. And this says EL34. I wonder if that's got 2 of them in it. Yes, it does. So this would be a pair of EL34s. And there's another twin box in there. And these will go in my Heath kit. Yep, that's also EL34s. Well, let's just take a gander at them, shall we? Because these are the ones that I can try straight away. Because my Heath kit is currently plugged into my system up here. I feel like I should wash my hands or something because they're so shiny and new. So Horizon EL34-AT. It's got a metal base cap kind of thing. It says PSVANE on it. Flashing up here. 45 must have something to do with matching. I ordered a matched quad, so that I would infer that 45 is either just sort of a reading on a tube tester, or it means 45 milliamps at some reference voltage. Anyway, this is very neat. I'm currently using EL34s that I got for free from my friend Niels. So rather exciting to have a new quad set of EL34s that are, well, I mean, Horizon Series PSVANE tubes. Pretty psyched about that. So I'll try those right away. But right now I'll stick this back in the box, because we've got more in here. So what do we have? This one says EL8447. This one says EL8442. And this one says 12AX7 1.1. Also, this one says 1.1. This then EL84 Mark 43. So what I'm thinking is I ordered a matched quad of EL84s for my I ordered a matched quad of EL84s for my Beaver Valley amp, and I ordered a matched pair of EL84s for my DG-SE1. That is cute. Look at that. That is so cute. There's several of these in here. Oh my. That is, oh look, this one has a top cap. Cute. Wow. That's, I did not expect to have like tube-shaped packaging foam. The rest in there is just styrofoam. All right, well, let's just check out this pair of EL84s here. Check out one of these. A double boxing. Oh my, triple boxing. Really? That is pretty special. PSVANE Classic Series vacuum tube. And it even has an email address on here, service@psvane.com, and a QR code. Looks like that's labeled Facebook, and then I'm not sure what that one refers to. Don't know, actually. There we go. That's an EL84, all right. Nice gold lettering PSVANE and logo on there. On the other side, Horizon EL84-AT. Okay. Very exciting. Always very exciting to get new vacuum tubes. I don't know about you, but I think that's rather exciting. So I was rather excited that the PSVANE rep reached out to me about trying their tubes. And there was also mention of one of these partner things, partner link kind of things. I'll have to check my emails. I don't recall getting a link for that. All right, let's check out one of these 12 12AX7s. I mean, I don't expect it to look like anything other than a 12AX7, but here we go. Horizon 12AX7-AT. Ooh, ah. I think vacuum tubes are cool. And we've got the PSVANE logo and name on the back, of course. These I am thinking I will try in my I want to try these in my Payco amp, which has a preamp which uses 12AX7. So again, I want to use one pair of EL84s in one of my DGSE1s. I want to use the other two pairs of EL84s in my Beaver Valley amp. And I want to use the EL34s in my Heathkit amp. And like I said, the 12AX7s in my Payco amp. You know, it's too bad I don't have, at least not working currently, an amp that would allow me to switch out all of the tubes for these new PSVANE Horizon tubes. So that's kind of too bad. I mean, you know, so for example, my Heathkit has a solid state rectifier. It uses EL34s on the output, and for the input and phase splitter, it uses 6AN8s, which nobody makes anymore. The 6AN8, if you're not familiar, is essentially a pentode and a triode in one tube. So the pentode is used for the gain stage, the input stage, and the triode half is used for the phase splitter. And that's a pretty common tube usage on some classic amps. I mean, another similar sort of tube is the 7199. That's a pentode triode package. 7199 is used on Fisher receivers. It's used in the ST70, the Dynaco ST70, but they're rather expensive and they are not made anymore either. So it's kind of nice to have an amp that uses a 6AN8 because while it is also not made anymore, it is relatively cheap. I think the difference between the two is relatively insubstantial, although they don't have the same pin out. So if you want to, for example, convert an amplifier from using 7199s to using 6AN8s, then you have to rewire or use an adapter. Well, anyway, all that was simply to say that my Heathkit doesn't use 12AX7s. My Beaver Valley amp also doesn't use 12AX7s. It uses 6EU7s, which are supposedly, no, the Beaver Valley uses 6 DJ8s or E88 CCEs, I think is what's in it now. That's a dual triode, but a different sort of dual triode. And my DGSE1 uses a 6EU7, which is effectively equivalent to a 12AX7, but it's a different pin out. Trying to remember what amp do I have that uses a 5U4. I tried to make sure I only ordered stuff that I could use right now. So what uses a 5U4? I'm pretty sure the Payco has solid state rectification. The Heathkit has solid state rectification. The Beaver Valley uses a 5AR4. And the DGSE1 uses a, okay, I remember now. The DGSE1 uses a 6CA4. I do have another working amp. I have, well, I have a couple other, I have at least two more working tube amps. One is the modified or refurbished console amp from the Westinghouse console amp, which uses 7591s on the output and a 12AX, one or two 12AX7s, I think. So I could try these in those, in that. But it also uses, I think, a 6CA4 or sort of small tube rectifier. But I have a Dave Gillespie modded amp 175 or 185 that uses 466s on the output, uses a 5U4 rectifier, uses 12AX7s for the input and phase splitter stages, and uses a 7025 as a preamp. And 7025 is a version of 12AX7. Supposed to be a low noise version. So conceivably I could try all these 12AX7s in that amp as well, along with this one, the 5U4, or as they're calling it, a 274B. Well, I have tubes. I have new tubes. Yay, happy day. So I got all these PSVANE Horizon tubes, but I don't have any amp that I can convert at least all of the signal path to those tubes. I have my Beaver Valley amp out there that I put the new EL84s in, but its small tubes are E88CCs, and the Horizon line doesn't include those. I've got my desktop amp at work, my first DGSE1. I put the EL84s in the output stage of that, but the small tube on that is a 6EU7. But the 6EU7 is at least electronically supposedly identical to the 12AX7, but it doesn't have the same pin out. But, I'm handy, right? Build these things so I can modify these things. And what I want to do then is I want to modify my first DGSE1. Right now it's got a 6EU7. I'm going to modify the pins, get underneath there and move stuff around so that it can take a 12AX7 rather than a 6EU7. And then I can put one of my new 12AX7s in here, where I've already got the new EL84s. Now, I won't be able to put in a different rectifier tube, but I don't think that's a big deal. That's not in the signal path. I mean, not that a rectifier can't have any effect on the sound, but it's kind of hard for the rectifier tube to have a substantial effect on the sound. Most of what you get from a rectifier tube is just, a reliable voltage and reliability over time. So Let's do this thing.
Baby metal. You're just jealous.